love James.
Streaming live from
Love
around
it.
the world.
Yes, I crack up every time I see James, the guy, the producer behind the scenes that's just making
Yes,
the set. We love him. Yes, we love him.
he's ready to rock it. Hey, we're here streaming again. I'm Rich Bontrager, the Trigger. That's Sandra D. Robinson, and we are preparing you for the Ready, Set, Smile Masterclass. We've been doing these teasing out events to teach you a little bit. And this one was a conversation that we got into about all the people punching up YouTube, looking for solutions, and they're frustrated, Sandra, because all they get is perpetual half answers, but they don't get to the finish line. It's frustrating.
Well, it seems like you wouldn't get to the finish line. I mean, and I want to say this, I want to preface this by saying, love YouTube. Please don't hate us, YouTube. Love YouTube. I love the people that are truly experts that get on YouTube and share really good stuff. There are also a lot of folks that call themselves influencers that hop on and they give you great information. They tell you what microphone that they use. All of that stuff is helpful. When it comes to being powerful in your presence on camera, that's a little more personal, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's tough to take somebody else's blueprint for what makes them shine on camera because that's not your blueprint.
Right. No. And you can learn from watching other people, which often YouTube, you're seeing the best of the best sometimes. But you cannot learn yourself and scale yourself without one-on-one personal help. And that's where YouTube videos often fail. You don't have that interaction. So you don't get the feedback, which is a lot of what you and I provide our clients that we work with. It's personal feedback.
I love what you just said. You can't learn yourself from watching a video. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of what we deal with. Not all, for sure. There's performance. We teach performance because that's what we've been doing forever. But a lot of what we help people with is that mindset. It's their thinking around what it is that they're doing and creating that freedom of expression that is unique to them. That doesn't come from the type of video that you will find on YouTube. Again, with respect to people that are great writers of content on YouTube. But to just blindly go in and start searching how to be confident on camera, you're going to find a wide array of information. And it's not always coming from a reputable place. B, somebody that actually is a teacher. You can be good at what you do and you can't teach it, right?
Yes,
you know what I mean? Have you ever had we've had people like that. I'm like, oh, just show me how to do this. And they just can't they can't understand where the student is. So they're only teaching from where they are, not where the student is. And if you need to learn and get over some of your own stuff, it really helps to have somebody just like me that went through all of the crap in my own journey and all of the inhibitions and all of the negative thinking and all of the stories in my head that I had to overcome, because I get it. And it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to find you where you are and take you to the next level. And I know, Rich, you're the same way.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please drop questions in the chat. Ask us questions as we go along here today, because it is important that we talk about these blind spots. That's the biggest part of YouTube. Can show you a lot.
Yes.
But it can't reflect back and say, here's a blind spot. Here's that thing you do. You cannot get that from YouTube watching. Working with a coach, joining live workshops like we have our masterclass, when we put people in hot seats, the idea is it's in the moment and we can help you right then, right now. YouTube, you can watch, you can listen. Great stuff. I use YouTube a lot. Sandra uses YouTube a lot. But when it comes to really scaling, you need the human condition.
It's so true. That's so true. Yeah, I'm laughing because my husband used YouTube to learn how to restore a Humvee. So great videos for that. But that's not making the Humvee unique and different, bringing out its inner essence. It's just, it is what it is. It's practical stuff. And we go to YouTube all the time for that. But there is really something to be said for coaches that not only, and we say, you heard him say hot seat, and we talk about blind spots. Now, depending on where your mindset is, you might have just taken those as two negative things. Like, well, I don't want to be put on the spot. I want to be in a hot seat, or I don't know if I want to find my blind spots as if they're bad. Some of the blind spots are actually the things that you do that are so good that you don't even know about.
Yes. Yes, there's a lot of natural talent that comes through, and that's why sometimes you can't teach what you naturally innately do. It's really hard sometimes. Say, "Rich, what's that do?" "Sandra, how do you do that?" And go, "I've been doing it for I don't know how I do it. I just do it." That's where coaches sometimes have a hard time going back. So it doesn't be intentional. It doesn't mean be that self-development side. We want to develop and help
Yeah.
you pull up the assets you have and bring in new assets that you don't know. It's not a one size fit all. You can't say, "Here, you're going to be a YouTuber, you're going to be a streaming talk show host, and here's the cookie cutter system." It doesn't work that way.
You're going to talk like this person and be successful. No, you can't. You have to talk like you. And the interesting thing is, once you learn this communication through the
Yep.
lens, especially, I want to say this is important, especially if you have inhibitions around it, if it feels awkward and icky and ugly and you can't stand it, you're our people, because this is something that you really, I hesitate to use the word need, but it kind of is a need to be able to understand how to show up as your best self, to be comfortable in your own skin. Once you get over that, especially if it is difficult for you, all other conversations on camera and off, from stage, in
Yes.
presentations, are going to be so much easier. And I'm saying this with such enthusiasm because that was me. So once I got over watching myself and actually enjoying the process of speaking as myself on camera and not hiding
Mhm.
behind my characters as an actor, that was probably one of the most transformative things that has ever happened to me, as far as being able to lead myself in public, have conversations, and really engage. It changed everything about how I saw myself in every conversation, not just through the camera lens.
Well, a lot of us watch, and we're watching and consuming so much right now. We're watching performances. Okay, we want to learn how to perform. Whether you're a business person, whether you're a salesman, whether you're a spokesman, whatever it is, you're learning to perform. But the idea is right now that we often see the finished product. You don't get to see the practice, the bloopers. You don't get to see the outtakes. So there's role playing in what we do. We help people learn how to role play. We practice. We actually go through things with you. We learn what camera you're going to look at, what camera you're not going to look at, how to lean in a little bit and play with your personality that you naturally have.
Yes.
These are all things that YouTube will not teach you through a self-guided video, because we need to talk to you directly. We literally have to say, "Hey, Sandra, when you tilt your head that way, it's kind of cockeyed. Tilt your head the other way, and it looks a little bit better." It's amazing what can happen when we do that, but we're helping the performance go to the new level because you're not where you want to be or where your audience wants you to be either.
It's something that you just did there when you leaned in just slightly. And on camera, you have to practice that. Better to practice it
Yes.
in a class situation than in your videos, to be quite honest,
Yes.
right? Because it's a learning curve. No matter where you are in your experience, there's still stuff to learn. I still have stuff to learn. I am up here saying that I put my hand up. Rich, it's up to you if you think you're perfect. I'm not perfect. And I have a lot of things that I will mess up. So it's not about being perfect. It's about learning all the little nuances. Like when you're telling a story, you can lean in just a little bit as if it's a secret. And leaning in on camera is literally this much. It's not like being up on stage.
Right.
It's like a tiny bit. So when you learn what that feels like, it's kinesthetically trapped in your body. That learning is there. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but like riding a bike or snowboarding or driving a car, you become conscious incompetent. No, conscious. Wait, that's not right. Conscious and unconscious competent. Okay, I had to go through all of them to get the right one. Unconscious competent. And that just means that you don't really think about it. It just becomes who you are and the way you express yourself. And at that point, you forget about any performance. You just
Right.
be you. And that's what people want anyway. That's what they want anyway.
Well, and on YouTube, you can, and again, I've done this full convention. I have bought courses from people, gone through all the modules. you can get a lot of information, but it's the application to
Yeah.
you personally that makes a difference. And I've done it. I paid big money for some big name people buy my course. And at the end, I'm still going, I'm sorry. I haven't done it. I haven't practiced enough. What's the space between what you told me and what you did? And there's this gap of knowledge that's only there through self-guided self-help of one-on-one coaching. There's a gap.
The
And everyone
personal.
that does YouTube self-help videos, everyone that they know there's a gap. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
they do. They know there's a gap. And that's why they want you to book them, to coach them, they know there's a gap. It's frustrating when you've done it. And then
Yes.
you
But you
realize
did learn something
I'm
though, Rich.
yes, I did
You
learn
learned something.
something, but
You
I'm
learned how to
missing the
sell a course. You learned what you would do or what was attractive about the course to you. So maybe in the future you can learn how to sell the course that way. So you did learn something from it. That's how I look at it every time I bought one of those things and I've gone through it and went, well, I walked away with that gap. And the gap is so that you will work with them privately. And we're able to do that too. We can work with you privately, but why not get a really easy way to get started at our class, which is all of $49. It's
$49. Yes.
Yeah, that does not indicate the value that we bring to you. It's just a way for us to be able to touch more people at a level that I think we can just serve more people that way. And those that want to do a little bit more mastery, we're there for you. We'll find something that fits your time and your budget, and you can work with us all the way up to hosting your own show, getting sponsors for your own show. I mean, these are the resources that we have if you want to go that far. The class itself is for any level of professional that is using on-camera presence as part of their outreach, as part of their marketing, their interviewing, anything that gets your brand out there. You want to be able to show up as well as you can, as much like you as you can, with all of that magnetism that is you. That's what we're looking for, because we're not buying your product. We're not buying your service. We're buying you.
We're buying you. The brand, you are the brand. The brand of you is so important. And mastery requires coaching. Mastery requires practice. Mastery requires feedback. Charisma is not just something you smile. Charisma is something that is compelling and pulls people in. And the other thing I mentioned how YouTube is a trap sometimes. It also is, it fuels the imposter syndrome. We're seeing the amazing Tony Robbins, the amazing Walt. I mean, whoever your favorite speaker, coach, actor, whatever.
Yeah.
There is I could never be Sandra.
That.
I could never be Tony Robbins. Oh, I could never be blank. Sometimes we're seeing such good stuff with great content, with great tips, but we are seeing them in action, coaching and teaching, and we're thinking, I could never rock the camera like that. The idea is what Sandra just said. We're going to take your natural ability, who you are, and we're going to take you in steps to help you achieve, because there are checkpoints. There are observations. There are movements you're going to make, and we're going to go, this is much better this week than last week.
I mean, let's be real. If you show up to the class for your first time in our monthly class and you have let's just put it like this. You have a lot to learn. And you say, hey, can you introduce me to the people that will sponsor my show? Hey, can you introduce me to somebody that will produce my show? We're going to hesitate until we feel like you are where you need to be, because we don't want you to be embarrassed. And honestly, you're a reflection of us at that point.
Well, right now I'm working with a client that has said, grow me, stretch me. I'm teaching them camera presence, micro presence, interviewing skills. I am teaching them how to lean in with a strong question sometimes, and how to lean back and do the reflective thing. It's a body language communication. And they've said, I want to grow this, but until I'm ready, you don't let me get out there too far.
So good. So good. That's what we're here to do, to lift you up, to take care of you, let's face it, it's a vulnerable place to be it was vulnerable for me. It was vulnerable for Rich in the beginning. We've just been at this for a really long time. So I know what it feels like. And because it is such a vulnerable place, we have created this really safe, emotionally safe space, which is the class, at a really low cost, $49. You're with us for a solid hour. And I mean a solid hour. There's a lot packed into it. We have a guest that's coming up. This next class, we're going to be talking about how to stay on point. The whole class is not about that. want to specify. We just have a couple of points that we teach on, which includes, we're going to touch a little bit on teleprompters. Yes or no, the good and the bad of teleprompters, because they do not save everybody. And we're going to talk about who should use them and who maybe should take an extra bit of training before they get out there and use a teleprompter. So we're talking about that as our topic. We have a special guest coming in who's going to share some wisdom with us on that topic. And then we do our hot seats, which any topic can come up in that, and in the Q&A where we will personally work with you. So anything that you want to bring, if you want a hot seat, you can bring in a video or a message that you're trying out. That's the place to get that personal coaching that otherwise you're spending thousands of dollars to work with us, to be quite honest. So this is one of the reasons that we're doing this class, to be able to help more people, plain and simple.
And thank you, Charity, for sharing that with us about the imposter syndrome. That's a huge thing. I mean, early in my career, I did have the imposter syndrome. I wanted to be. So I tried to perform like them, do mannerisms from front, dress like them, intro and outro like them. And it was like, I'm a phony. And the trick is to help you be you in your natural ability. I am not a teleprompter guy. Yeah, we're going to talk about teleprompter. I'm not one. I had to overcome a horrible stutter to be able to do what I do. And I found out the teleprompter made my stutter worse. So I'm better at riffing and playing off a partner like Sandra and knowing how to play back and forth. Yeah. This is about finding, people talk about when people look at a tree and they carve an amazing thing. The artist that carves a tree says, I can already see it in there. The tree's there, but I can see what's inside of it. That's kind of what great coaches do. They can look at you and go, I see this in you. I see the personality. I see the charisma in you. My job is help carve it out of you.
It's the alchemy.
That's part of the masterclass. Yeah.
It's the alchemist part of a coach, right? But it's so much fun, just from a personal standpoint. It's so much fun for me to do that type of thing. It really is.
So scan the QR code, come and join us. And it's going to be coming up on the Wednesday, the 28th.
Yep.
And come and join the other people that are in there. And we also learn from each other. This is iron sharpens iron. This is transparency, vulnerability, but you are in a safe environment because we've been there and done it ourselves, haven't we, Sandra?
We have, and we're going to have leaders of nonprofits. If you're wondering who attends these classes, so far they have been owners of big businesses, small businesses, nonprofits, nonprofit leaders. We've had multi-level marketing or direct marketing companies bring several of their people in for good reason, because a lot of the pitching that people do in sales is now done via Zoom. Yep. And it's really important to know how you're showing up and what makes you stand out differently, especially if you're in a very competitive industry like real estate, multi-level marketing. All of those things are very, very tough to look different, to stand out. And it's actually not as hard as you think it is. If you have somebody working with you that points out, like I said, the things that are unique to you, that actually going to make you feel more comfortable way faster than you can ever imagine. Those are the things that we're looking for. So that we're going to have a variety of professionals and entrepreneurs in this class. That's kind of what makes it so cool too, is you'll be able to see from other people things that you might go, oh, wow, I think I do that, and get better.
So it's coming up May 28th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It is not streamed live over the universe. It's a private Zoom class together. And again, the price is really, really reasonable. You get two amazing experts plus a guest, and we take you month by month on a different step to help you grow and scale. So join us for Ready, Set, Smile. We'll hope we'll be there. Final thoughts, Sandra, will you wind down for today?
Oh, that's it. If you have a group that you want to bring to our class, or you want this class specifically for your company, you can also reach out to us, because we're doing that as well.
We'll see.